Holy mama. Good morning, welcome back to Vlogmas. Woke up to these beautiful items on the floor here. I left them there for myself when I went to bed last night. Today I'm traveling back home. If any of you are curious about what this vlog's gonna be, it's gonna be a little bit of a weird one. Like, it's just gonna be mostly me on the train, trying to tell you the situation of how I travel. Anyway, I usually just work on the train as well, so time literally does just fly. It is actually very crazy. I will probably leave here at around about 3 because my train leaves Newcastle at 5. Travel and health issues are the quickest things to trigger my anxiety. So like, if something goes wrong when I'm traveling and it's delaying like the process of something that I need to do, it washes over me and my like common sense just goes out the window. Like I can't just problem solve and be like, right, this isn't working, so let's do this. Instead, I just break down. So I like to be where I'm going early just to give room for like anything to go wrong. But it's 9 o'clock, 9 in the morning. Adam's gone to work. He actually cycled today, and he messaged me earlier saying how he was like halfway there and he died. He didn't die, but he feels awful, and I don't think honestly he's going to be using his bike again. Luckily he used his uncle's bike to test the waters. He didn't buy a bike to do it, which is a very intelligent move, because we have like there's a bike behind me, like one of those static ones, but it's good to kind of, like, he used to cycle back in the day, but work was like down the road for him back in the day, whereas it's not here. It's like a 40-minute bike journey. So but he's given it a bash. So I've just popped on some YouTube, had a glass of Coke, which was a bit cheeky. Never have that in the morning. I've been watching the Onision controversy. I won't go into it. Chris Hansen, who I fancy so much, I love older guys, is doing loads of interviews on his YouTube channel to all the girls that Onision targeted. My camera is like picking up someone standing there, and that's real creepy. Hiya, how you doing? Anyway, genuinely thought I just saw someone there. That's oh, and by the way, I'm also tracking Adam. Actually, maybe I shouldn't show that. This app called Life 360, and it like shows a little point of where they are, and like the little point moves around depending on where they're currently, and it's really good. Like, when I say to people, oh, I tracked my boyfriend on an app, it sounds like red flags. Two things really: peace of mind. I just like to know when he's got to work okay and when he's got back okay. When I'm walking somewhere on my own, like at night time, he likes to know if I've got to the place all right. Like, we're not glued to it, just to like look out for each other. Never in a million years did I ever think to use it for like creeping up on him or because I don't trust him. And also, actually, the main reason I got this in the first place was to know when he was close to home, because when we moved into this flat, every day I was like, when are you leaving work? What time are you leaving work? Like, what time are you gonna get home? So if I'm working here and I've got like loads of shit out, loads of crap out, and I'm filming and I've got this and that, he wouldn't care if he walked through the door and that was still there. But I like to know, like, oh, Adam's left work now, he's gonna be home in like an hour, you know, better start wrapping things up so that we can like cook dinner together and then have our evening together. Like, so I don't have to ask him every single day, tell me when you're leaving. I just felt like it got a bit like annoying over time, just having to like remind each other, like, oh, I'm here now, and oh, there's been delays, so I'm gonna be late. So we were just like, shall we find an app where I can track you and you can track me? And that's the moral of the story. It's really genius. I think it's probably best for people who have kids. If I had kids, I would love to have that app. Ooh, see, Adam arrived at Adam's work. It's just told me that, and that is just like so valuable to know. I think it's great. It's called Life 360. Okay, so I'm really happy with my clothing situation system. So I counted how many days I'm away, and it's around about 12, including travel days. So I tend to wear the same thing going and back, because it's important to wear the heaviest thing when you travel. Well, you don't have to, but I feel like that's important. Like, the bulkiest thing you should be wearing, so then you don't have to put them in your suitcase. So I count as 2 outfits, which will be these. So that's my jean dungarees here. and there's a shirt for it. I went through this last night actually, and that's the shirt for it as well. So these are technically 3 outfits because I can wear those dungaree jeans 3 times probably. So 3. And then we have the trousers I'm wearing now. I'll be taking them off and I'll be packing them. So these trousers with that top, that's 4. What the hell's happened to her face? There we go. 5, because I can wear these twice. 6, also 7. Everything you can wear twice, remember people, if you're packing. 8, this is a fabric dungaree. This is another top, so 9 as well. 10, because that's what I'm going to be wearing Christmas Day. It's like a tartan, it's a lovely tartan dress with soft lining. It's really nice. 10, 11, that's what I'm going to be wearing Christmas Eve evening when I go out. But then again, I could wear it the whole Christmas Eve. Am I on 11? Yeah. 12, that's just like a nice sparkly jumper. And I could wear that with these again if I wanted to. So already I'm covered easily. I think it is quite easy to think you need an outfit for every single day, but like people just tend to forget, like that's not necessary at all. Okay, so this is my little luggage suitcase, and as I was saying in the other vlog, that's my foot. It's like the size of, I mean, it's hand luggage, so you can, the reason why I pick hand luggage, and I will repeat this again in case people are too busy to watch all of my videos, but can I just say, how bloody dare you? I'm joking. I bring a small suitcase because traveling with a big suitcase gives me a lot of anxiety. So basically my journey is Newcastle, sit on the train, and it takes me straight to London without having to change, which is, but then when I'm in London, I then have to go underground in this place called the Tube. Most people will know that if they live in the UK. If they don't, it's just called the London Underground Tube, and it's really incredible trains that whiz underneath London and get you to everywhere you possibly can need in the middle of London. And it's just an incredible service. Like, I love the Tube so much. So many people hate the Tube, but I freaking love it. When I'm in London, I then go into the Tube and get myself to somewhere called London Victoria. I tube to London Victoria, which takes like less than 20 minutes. Lovely jubbly. And then when I'm in London Victoria, I can go straight to my hometown. I get on a train and it takes me to a place that's a 15-minute walk from my old house. So my journey is incredibly straightforward and easy, which is one of the reasons why I decided to move here, because that's a massive deal breaker to me. Like, if the journey was complicated, nah. I used to travel to Oxford because of my old relationship. I was with someone who lived in Oxford, and that journey was more difficult, and like I was not even going half of the journey that I do now. And if I'm traveling with Adam, I wouldn't mind bringing a bigger suitcase just in case like I need him to help me lift the suitcase on to the luggage rack like above my head, because I couldn't even lift this up myself before. It was really embarrassing. So I never do that anymore, and I definitely could do it with a bigger suitcase, that's for sure. Moving it around the Tube, moving a big case around the Tube is a little awkward and bulky and stuff, but when you're on the Tube, you're on there for like little to no minutes, so like it doesn't really matter as much. But when you're on the big train, people tend to put their suitcase on the like luggage tray, like luggage section of the train that's like behind them or in front of them somewhere a few meters away. But I can't do that because I get so kind of worried and anxious about whether someone's going to be taking my suitcase by accident or even on purpose. I've heard it happen before and it petrifies me, so I can't rest on that journey. Like, I do that sometimes when I'm with Adam, once again, because 4 eyes are better than 2. If both of us are there, like we can both keep lookout. When I'm on my own, like I want to get on that train and just like relax, zone out, work, Like, I don't want to be thinking whether someone's taking my suitcase all the time. So with a little case like that, I can put it underneath my chair, in between my legs, like on the seat next to me if no one's there. Like, it's so valuable to have a smaller case like that. So that's the story of Ballamore. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to go into detail about my freaking underwear. I've got my travel clothes on, by the way. Hell yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going into detail about these, but I bring around about 9 pairs of socks, never even socks, always odd socks. As you guys know, I never wear socks that match because I just can't be arsed with it. And around about 9 pairs of knickers. Obviously, I have access to this crazy invention, guys, and it's called a washing machine. 9 is like too much actually for me, like that's more than enough, but I might poo myself, so I might need 2 a day, and I'm joking, but yes. And then there is pajamas, which I literally just wear a pair of booty shorts and like no top. Let that play in your imagination. And then about 3 to 4 pairs of tights. I have some see-through ones, and then 3 different types of, what are they called? Fishnets. Okay, now for the difficult part. This is the part where you're likely to forget loads of things, because you just will. My mum, one of the best bits of advice my mum ever gave me was, when you're packing, and please use this advice, I would like to spread this on to like generations. It's not even that great advice, but to me it's like amazing. Use the head to toe system. And basically all that involves, which has saved my ass so many times because you will forget really mundane things. Imagine, like, visualize yourself in a scanner, like a scanning room or whatever, I don't know, and there's like a beam of light coming down. You don't have to imagine it to this extent, but it really helps me. Coming down your entire body. And as that beam is going down your body, visualize and picture all of the things that you associate to that part of your body in terms of stuff that you might need to pack. I cannot explain to you how much this has saved my life for really small things. Like, I'll get to my neck and I'll be like, shit, I haven't packed any necklaces, which sounds like it's not important, but when you're going out and you have an outfit that doesn't look as good without necklaces on, or if you're just, I don't know, someone that takes necklaces off when you go to bed, you're gonna forget to pack them. I'm gonna do this now so I can show you, right? Let's do it together. So start off my head. I've already just remembered now, which I may have forgotten, hair dye, because I'm gonna dye my hair while I'm at home. And then the next thing is a hat. So let me get those 2 things first. I'll be wearing a hat with me anyway. That's not only to keep me warm, but also, it's just gone straight on the floor, so that I don't need to carry it. It's gonna be on my person. And then hair dye. I'll take this stuff, the tube, because that's easier to transport. I don't tend to use hairspray. I don't need shampoo and conditioner because it will be at my parents' house, thank the Lord. So hair stuff, I don't actually need too much of, if I'm honest. Hair bands and that will be at my parents' house. So moving down to your face. Now you're obviously gonna go, right, eyebrows, eyebrow pencil and all of that. So I could go through all of that with my makeup and just pack the makeup that I need. However, I do a whole entire different makeup system when I get to doing my makeup today. So I'll tell you that when we get there. Eyes, contacts. If I forget my contacts, I will cry. As much as I don't mind me in glasses, it's not my favorite look, I won't lie. So contacts, and I'll get them now while I remember. Like I said, I'm going for that amount of days, so obviously I'm going to need that amount of contact lenses plus more, just in case some get scratchy or my eye gets funky. And I will also be wearing my taking my glasses just in case I get like some sort of eye infection or something unpredictable. And then I'll put them in like a little baggie like this. So there they are in their little pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I need more, but yeah, I'll put them in this little bag here, and that will go straight into my case. Continuing on, going down, mouth. You're gonna need to think of all the things to do with oral health, obvs. If you have a retainer, toothpaste, toothbrush. Toothbrush is always something people forget, so this will save your ass as well. Like, can you see why I love this system so much? I love my mum. She's like one of the most sensible people I know. I don't really know how I managed to come out of her. As you're getting ready for the day anyway, you grab things naturally that you'd forget that you need in a morning routine. Everything you touch, don't let go of, put it straight into your suitcase. So as I'm leaving my face, I need to remember makeup wipes, or like whatever you use to take your makeup off. I use a makeup eraser. I forgot to wash this. It looks disgusting. But I'm gonna put this in a sandwich bag and put it straight into the wash when I get home. That's so grim. Obviously, I'm trying to do my bit for the environment, and I'm not gonna buy a new one just for the sake of like a couple of weeks. So, and by the way, while on the topic, I have had some comments of people asking me what I use to take my makeup off, and this is what I use. A manky old makeup eraser. No, it's usually really lovely and I actually love using it. You just sort of like soak it in like warm water. It's basically a flannel. I got into the habit of using face wipes, and then the makeup eraser company sponsored me once, and I haven't looked back since. I didn't say I enjoyed that product just for the sponsorship, let me tell you that. Like, I genuinely loved it. Like the other day I used just like my old school disposable makeup wipes, and I hated it. Like, I really like the feeling of warm water, like, because I get the flannel all hot and then I slap it on my face and it just feels incredible. So now we're moving into clothing area. So obviously I've done my clothes, so I just have to think beyond that. While you're at this area, you've got to think of your wrists. So do you wear watches, bracelets? I don't, so I don't have to worry about that. Going down, tights, anything you wear on your legs, and then razors. You might need razors to bring with you, shaving stuff for your legs, I don't know, exfoliator, soaps, but I mean, I don't have to do that because they'll have some there and I'll buy some there if I really must. Shoes is important. I've got really big shoes, like I wear big chunky monkey platforms, so I'll have to pick one pair and just wear that, but I'm gonna find that really hard to do. But yeah, that's the system. Also, when you pass your ears, you can think of things like earrings, and if you've got like piercings anyway, you have got to think of that. But now I'm gonna move on to my makeup, and as I was saying earlier, turn off lights when you leave rooms, Ellie. It's a good habit to have. You never did that when you lived with your parents because you took their bills for granted. Much like I was saying earlier, everything you touch goes in the case. It's the same case for makeup. Ha ha ha. So, you forget the things that you need. You just forget like creams, and you forget primer, and oh, there's so many things. Let me just get my very professional Toy Story makeup bag. And you're just gonna do a makeup as you would. Already lost my primer, so that's a good start. So I'm putting my primer on, making my face feel prepped and ready. I freaking love this stuff. Just by the way, it's no pore blem primer by Touch in Soul. I mean, I don't even know if primer's scientifically meant to make a big difference, but putting raw makeup on raw skin feels like damaging now that I use this. So this now goes in my suitcase pile. And then obviously, like, I'm doing my eyebrows, so I'm using an eyebrow brush, of course, and those both will go straight in. And those are little things you'll forget as well, I think. Like, you think, oh, I'll bring my eyebrow shadow, but then like you don't think, oh, actually, like, I need a brush for that as well. Like, I know that sounds silly, but honestly, like, I've done it before. We've all been there. Yeah, and just continue as you go. As you probably guessed as well, makeup's done, by the way. Very minimalistic. Today's just a day of minimalism because I'm traveling. Like, it's not a fashion show, as my mum would say. As you can imagine, there will still be things that you're not putting on your face today that you want to take with you. Obviously, like, I'm doing this because this stuff is usually the things I forget. Like, oh shit, I didn't get my contour, I didn't get my highlight, end of the world. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, it helps you remember the things that you typically forget. But the things that around the makeup now are the like extras and they're the add-ons. So I'll be like, right, what other palettes will I probably use? Because I didn't even use a palette for today. I picked my favourite palette up, whatever that may be. Considering it's Christmas time, I'll probably want my greenest eyeshadow palette I've got. I've just remembered I'm being gifted a Jeffree Star palette for Christmas, hopefully. So that will be in my hands, so I don't need to overdo it. I'll just take 2 palettes. Even that's quite a lot. I really want to take this though because it's got sparkles in it and I want to be all sparkly for Christmas Eve. So I take these. And yeah, you can use the same method again if you want. Like I was saying earlier, like you can think of like foundation, eyebrows, mascara, eyeshadow, eyeliner, blusher, highlight, bronzer, contour, lipstick, lip gloss. So makeup goes in this little slot here. Perfect. Look at that. So much room left. Now, this might not be a thing for you, but for me, the next important step is electronics. This is so valuable for me. Chargers, laptops, phones, anything electrical is a whole section for me because I have forgotten chargers before, and I literally once bought a new laptop charger just because I forgot mine at home, and they're 30 quid because Apple are disgraceful. Chargers are things I always forget, so I'll make sure this is on charge actually. So this is my little vlogging camera that you're looking at now. This is the spare battery I've got for it, so I've got 2, and this is my charger for it, so I'll keep that on charge for now. I will remember it, she says. What other? Portable charger. Adam was lovely enough to let me borrow his for 2 whole weeks over the Christmas period. Like, what an absolute babe of a man. So this is a big one by Anchor. It's incredible. It's got so much charge in it. Everyone's always like, whoa, that's so massive, but like, it's so good. And my phone is very shite. I love my phone, my little Android phone. I am waiting for Adam to get a new phone so I can have his old one when he, like, I can have his one now when he gets a new one. At the moment, I just have to deal with mine, which is amazing, but it turns off when it pleases, and it dies when it pleases, and then like drains all the battery out. So this is for those situations. Oh, it's fully charged as well. God, I love the man. I have this perfume. Scan test. Oh my god, the scan test failed me. I guess I would be spraying that on me today, and that would make me remember as I'm getting ready, I suppose. But anyway, when I leave the house on my phone, I always get on edge because I'm like, this will probably turn off at one point today. And then some earphones. That counts as electronic stuff because I will need them for editing as I'm going to be working on the train. Now, when it comes to electronics, so I take my suitcase and then I take a rucksack, and I barely know it's there. Like, pulling along a suitcase and having a rucksack on your back is so easy for me. This is just my little Pink Panther one. So most electronic stuff is probably, I would recommend to put it on your person, personally. Not all of it, but I will be putting my laptop in there because then I can just whip it out quickly and use it, and so I don't have to open up my entire suitcase, rummage through it and find things. These are all my SD cards. This is a microphone for when I'm filming sit down stuff with Kate. Hopefully I won't need any spare batteries. Now, because you're doing your bag that you're gonna be walking around with, you need to remember things that you need on hand, like the tickets, your purse. That's my purse. I want to take this, so I could put that in there, but then I also want a going out bag. I mean, that could be a going out bag, but that's a little bit excessive. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking all of the crap out of that. There's just like receipts and tissues and stuff down there, putting my going out bag into it. Do you know what, screw it, yeah, I'm gonna do what I just said. I'm gonna put the bag in the bag and then put the bag in the bag. Oh, I've been looking for that. Spare phone cable, that's actually very helpful. Oh my god. I have a freaking sandwich wrap it in there. Wow, and some tissues, which I might need, to be fair. Adam's nose spray, I think that is. This is mostly flattened down now, which is what I wanted. But then I will put this going out bag, which should also be empty, into the other holographic bag. The miscellaneous pile. Now this is stuff which you should probably like start working on like earlier on in the process, like, because I knew I was going away quite soon. I had sort of started collecting stuff for my miscellaneous things, bits and bobs that are easy to forget. And what I mean by that is really random things. Like, I've got I haven't bought many Christmas presents here to bring down with me because that would be very counterproductive, but I have got some little bits that I've bought along the way that are Christmas presents, so little things like that. So for example, this little Christmas headband. It's just really random things that you just have to scout the house for, really. Like oh yeah, my auntie might want to see this, I'll bring that. Like, or like games. That reminded me, games. I'm supposed to bring games. We're all learning here today. So I think I've had enough time to remember everything that's going in there I just pray basically this will close. Can you imagine? I'm leaving very early, if I'm honest. Shit. I was not expecting this. I thought I had loads of room. Perfect. That is all I need for just under 2 weeks. Well, I've got my rucksack as well, I guess. But. Woo! I'm ready to go. I'm all geared up. I've got my big bag, my hat, my scarf, my coat, all the big things on my body, and I'm ready to rock. I hope I haven't forgot anything. I've been so good, haven't I, right? I haven't forgot anything. I haven't forgot anything. Oh my god, Burger King is so overpriced. Chicken. That's really misleading because it says Chicken Royale, but it's not a Chicken Royale. This is actually a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be, so I'm not as mad at the price anymore. A veg sub. I literally just said to her, what have you got that's vegetarian? She was like, a bean burger? Oh. I never really come to Burger King. I'm a McDonald's fish au filet lover. They used to cringe me out, and I know people hate them, but even though it's called fish, it's actually quite nice. I've come here really early, by the way. I'm like an hour early. That's why I'm here just chilling. I feel like this is a mukbang. The first 2 people in front of me got a size up. And the other one guy got a size up, and the other guy got an extra burger for free because their orders were messed up, or the kitchen had messed up with something to the meat. And I was there like, am I gonna get anything? And I didn't. I just got my order normally. So when I arrived home, my dad texted me saying he's gonna wait there for me with a big hug, with a big cuddle. I was like, oh. It's really buttery, which I've never said in McDonald's or Burger King before. I don't think I'll ever order this again, if I'm honest. I'm glad I tried it, because they never usually have long subs for vegetarians anywhere. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Home for Christmas. Oh. Oh. Everyone that was on the train, like everywhere, was snotty and ill. Everyone's just like or sneezing. Yeah. It's gross. Hello.
Coming home for Christmas.
Driving home for Christmas. Training home for Christmas. I've got those.
Have you?
Yeah.
They were Nan's.
Oh, I've got the exact same ones. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I thought I was looking at.
Oh, the
sales.
tree.
Yeah.
That's a really nice tree. Is that real?
Yeah.
Look at the shape.
Yeah. No, Dad chose that one.
God,
Mind you, it was
better than
gone
our-
up at the time, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
just a fake
beautiful.
that it was.
Better than our fake one. Oh, oh my god.
Yeah.
Got a little little tree. Oh, look at her little hair. She's got a little hat on. Santa paws. Oh. Fast forward to me in bed, so ready for sleep. I was going to show you the like decorations my mom's put up for Christmas and all the stuff that she sorted out in the bedroom, but we basically spoke until 3 AM and now I am going to sleep. I haven't even posted Vlogmas tonight because I just wanted to catch up with my mum. This is the longest time I've ever gone without seeing my mum and dad, and I really just wanted to talk and just appreciate their company. I will see you guys tomorrow though. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified every time I make a brand new video. I'm on social media such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Support me on Patreon if you want. Thank you everyone so much for your support. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm home for Christmas, boys!